Hey, what's good, 10K gang?
Now, today's video, I'm going to be talking about LaMelo Ball. So we all know just recently, LaMelo has decided to withdraw his name from the 2020 NBA Draft Combine. After the official list being announced to the world on September the 27th, it only took LaMelo about 2 to 3 days to make his final decision. So this video, I just want to talk about this decision and just explain to you guys why LaMelo don't want to go the Combine route. Before I start this video, make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram at _theonlywallace, and also go subscribe to my second channel called 10K Wallace Vlogs. Now let's get to the video. So first, let's talk about this draft combine. Now we all know the situation this year. Everything is not the same how it used to be throughout the past few years with the NBA draft, just because of the virus and everything. That's why you will see guys like LaMelo and just different draft prospects. They're being interviewed by, Zoom video chats and everything, just because they're not meeting up in person. They're not actually talking with these teams how it used to be. So, this year is kind of different. Now, as you can see, the draft combine, they're still having the draft combine due to the fact of the March Madness situation and everything. There's a lot of players in the 2020 NBA draft that still want to get their draft stock up there, right? So here's the thing, you guys. I'm going to be straight up with y'all about this draft combine situation. Now, there's a reason why guys like LaMelo, Anthony Edwards, James Wiseman, and Obi Toppin, they all decided to remove their names from the 2020 NBA draft combine. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. These guys decided to make this decision, such as LaMelo. I know it's now being on mainstream and just sources coming out that LaMelo, he's not entering the draft combine no more. Honestly, he probably had a second thought about it. He probably was like, maybe I want to play in the combine, but then probably just thought about it again and was like, nah, I shouldn't. But I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. LaMelo, he made this decision because LeVar Ball already told him he don't need to go to the draft combine. He's already a guaranteed top 3 pick. And including with Anthony Edwards, James Wiseman, and Obi Toppin, we all know these guys are going to be the first top 5 picks in the draft. So they don't need to go to the draft combine. What do they need to prove? They don't need to prove anything. All they gotta do is just keep working on their game. Keep interviewing with these teams, and whatever team hits them up for a pre-draft workout or whatever, work out with the team and just keep doing what you're doing. There's no point of these guys going to the draft combine because they're already certified as the top picks in the draft. So it's literally a waste of time. They have nothing else to prove. The whole point of the draft combine is so you can prove yourself more after leaving college. And I thought LaMelo and Jermaine Jackson already established this with the NBA, but like I said, they probably had second thoughts. But it's a waste of time for LaMelo. Like, literally, it's a waste of time for him to go to the draft combine. And on top of that, he don't need to be messing up his draft stock, because what if he do go to the draft combine and he just end up not playing 100%? He's not just himself. He's not fully 100% himself, and these NBA scouts are looking at him like, whoa, you're not how we thought you would be. You know what I mean? So what's the point of him taking risk like that with these NBA scouts if all he gotta do is just chill out, keep working out with these different teams, and just doing him, keep doing interviews, and once the draft come around, then that's when the NBA teams are going to look at him and draft him. There's no point of him putting his own draft stock in risk just to play for the draft combine when everybody already know who LaMelo is. Everybody already know what he can do. We all know LaMelo is a 6'8", 6'9" point guard. He can literally distribute the ball. He can score the ball anytime he wants. He's an outstanding scorer. He can shoot the ball extremely well. He can do a lot of things on the court. He knows how to lead his team. We all know what LaMelo is capable of. So him going to the draft combine is just like, he just putting up a show just to show everybody else what else he can do, which is kind of pointless. Once he gets to the NBA, then that's when we can see what LaMelo can do. And honestly, when you look at this from these NBA players' perspective that's about to get drafted, for example, LaMelo and Anthony Edwards, we all know there's a huge debate going on, definitely with the Timberwolves, on who they should decide to draft, LaMelo or Anthony Edwards. So let's say LaMelo ends up going to draft combine while Anthony Edwards is sitting out, and LaMelo, he ends up not playing as good as the Timberwolves would like him to play, right? So they're just going to choose Anthony Edwards just because Anthony Edwards is still they're still thinking about his game. They're still dreaming and just putting it in their mind on what Anthony Edwards can bring to the team in the future, if that makes sense. You got to play with the system. You got to finesse it, if that makes sense. You got to just stay low key and let them do all the thinking. Let them do all the work about your game. Let them do all the assuming, and that honestly is going to help you out more, such as LaMelo, because all these teams, they can't wait to see what you can do. They can't wait to see you get on the court and actually being on the roster with them. So, you know, it's better for you to just sit back and let them do everything and just decide on what they really want to do, instead of you going to the draft combine and them making a real decision on if they want to draft you or not. You just got to look at it from both perspectives. But from these NBA players' perspectives, such as LaMelo, Anthony Edwards, James Wiseman, Obi Toppin, they all know that these NBA scouts is already watching them. They all know what they can do. You know, they all know they're very, very known on social media, and just all of the highlights they have of them on social media and everything. They don't have to do nothing. These guys are the top guys in the draft. All they gotta do is just chill out, you know what I mean? And just let these scouts do what they gotta do. I know I'm still saying the same thing, but it's just like, it makes a lot of sense. I'm just trying to make y'all understand why these players are not entering the draft combine, because I know a lot of people is confused, but you just gotta understand that it's no point for them. They already know what's finna happen. They know they finna get drafted, you know? And at the end of the day, they rather these scouts be clueless about what they can do for their team, instead of them going to the draft combine and they having an actual real guess on what type of player they are, if that makes sense. You just got to get into the league first, then that's when it all starts. So another person I wanted to bring up was John Morant. We all know John Morant got drafted in 2019 last year, and he was the second pick in the NBA draft. Now, I don't know if any of you guys know this, but John Morant did not go to the pro draft combine. He did not play in the pro draft combine. He literally did exactly what LaMelo was doing interviews and all types of stuff. It was kind of different just because the virus wasn't going on, so he could actually meet up with these teams in person and stuff. But all he was doing was interviews and just workouts with these teams and stuff like that. He wasn't going to the draft combine. He didn't do none of that. And he still was the number 2 overall pick. So that should show you that LaMelo don't have to go to the draft combine. I don't even know why his name was even on the list in the first place, like literally. And also, you guys, I don't even think Lonzo even went to the draft combine, and he was the number 2 pick in his class as well. So it's just like, bro, it is so pointless for LaMelo to do that, man. Like, it really is. But it would be cool, because it would just be cool just to see LaMelo ball out in the draft combine, just seeing how high he can jump, seeing his vert and all types of stuff. It would be cool just seeing LaMelo just compete in that and just do what he got to do. Because honestly, we only could see LaMelo, no, I said LaMelo, we only could see LiAngelo only do what he got to do in the draft combine. Like, LiAngelo was the only person that actually was in the draft combine and just doing what he got to do so he can get his draft stock up there, because we all know LiAngelo Ball's situation. He was trying to at least be a first round or second round pick. He was just trying to get his name in the draft board so he can get drafted. So he had no choice but to compete in the pro combine and show these scouts what he can do. But for Lonzo and LaMelo, it's way different for them, because they are projected to be the top 3 pick in the draft. So yeah, another thing I want you guys to think about, I know some of y'all seen the interview LaMelo had a few days ago on the Zoom video chat, and honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, there's probably a reason, well, there's probably another reason on why LaMelo don't want to enter the draft combine, due to the fact that he probably already received a guarantee from a NBA team, such as the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, I saw an article on NBAanalyst.net, and literally they updated this whole entire article as LaMelo being the number 1 pick by the Minnesota Timberwolves. So it seems like the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're really eyeing towards LaMelo. And honestly, in my opinion, I really feel like the Timberwolves, if they do keep the number 1 pick, they most likely might end up drafting LaMelo, just because I feel like if they end up passing on LaMelo, it's going to be hard for them to accept that. It's going to be hard for them to be like, oh, we can't just pass up on LaMelo. You know what I mean? Because I guarantee you, like, any NBA team will feel some type of way passing up on LaMelo. And that's why they're trying so hard to make the best decision. But most likely, when it comes down to the wire, I already know they're going to choose LaMelo, because, bro, you just can't pass up on LaMelo. 6'9" guard. Come on, bro. He was already playing against professional athletes playing overseas for the NBL. So LaMelo, he's already ahead of his game. He even said it during the interview. He already know what time it is. So I can't lie, the same thing could go towards Anthony Edwards, just because we all know what Anthony Edwards can do as well. This guy is a dog. He would be a good fit for the Minnesota Timberwolves as well, playing alongside with D'Angelo Russell, Karl-Anthony Towns, and stuff like that. So, you know, Anthony Edwards would be a good fit as well. But it's just like, I really feel like when it comes down to the wire, it's going to be really hard for these guys to just pass up on LaMelo. You know what I mean? Like, LaMelo is literally like a once in a generation type of player. Like, it would be really hard for this team to just be like, man, we're not going to get LaMelo, after all the hype that's been surfaced around LaMelo's name and all types of stuff. And I've been seeing rumors that Doc Rivers, he's trying to make a trade with Ben Simmons to get the #1 pick so they can draft LaMelo, so LaMelo can play for the 76ers. Like, oh my god, that would be dope as well. So just seeing all of that, you can tell that the Timberwolves really going to think about this really hard. And I just really feel like when it comes down to the wire, they're not going to pass up on LaMelo. They're going to make sure they seal LaMelo on their team, man, because there's a lot of other NBA teams that's trying to cook up something so they can end up being able to get LaMelo on their team, or, you know, coming up with a trade, or at least get a top pick so they can get LaMelo. So the Timberwolves, they really have to think about this, like, for real. But I want you guys to leave your comments and opinions below on how y'all feel about LaMelo Ball skipping the 2020 NBA Draft Combine, and just how y'all feel about everything that's going on. I thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, make sure you press the notification button. TK Gang, we out.